Hello, welcome to RT Today, where we bring you Middletown High School's announcements for the week ahead, a wrap-up of what happened in the news last week, and more. This week's show is brought to you by
Middletown Sportsland Incorporated, the place to find all your sports needs. Located on 108 West Main Street in downtown Middletown.
Let's go to Emma Kufta with a look back at this week in history.
In This Week in History, on March 22nd in 1963, the Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me in England. The Fab Four went on to release a total of 54 compilation albums and went on to sell 1.6 million singles in the United States and 177 million albums. The Beatles received 8 Grammy Awards, and one of their hit songs, Hey Jude, enjoyed the longest run on the charts in a total of 23 weeks. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr went on to become one of the most successful and well-known bands all over the world.
Now let's hear about this week's birthdays from Sophie Weinstein.
A happy birthday this week to Gabriel Cottrell, William Kiefert, Steven Stoudemire, Keenan Bozzi, Judd Boniface, Connor Crummett, Marl Mock, Carly Dan, Jackson Polinsky, Vivian Schroeder, Bryson Folden, Priscilla Krager, Nelson Stream, Jacob Bolton, Mark Lewis, and Alexis Rice.
Let's go to Grant Baker with this week's announcements.
The yearbook staff wants your photos in the yearbook. The pandemic may have limited the number of activities that have occurred within the school setting, but students have been active in many different ways during this time. From spending time with family or a close group of friends to participating in outdoor activities like hiking or fishing, to working at a job or volunteering in the community, students have managed to keep themselves busy. The yearbook wants to include memories of these activities, and it needs your help in collecting photographs. If you have photos taken during the school year and you want them in the yearbook, submit them by email to the yearbook advisor, Noah Cady, at noah.cady@fcps.org, or share the photos on Google Drive with noah.cady@fcps.org. Please identify the people in the photo and provide any other relevant information. The yearbook staff will determine where in the yearbook the photos can be best used, and efforts will be made to include as many of the submissions as possible. The yearbook portrait makeup and retake days will be Tuesday, April 20th and Thursday, April 22nd. A sign-up sheet for virtual cohort afternoon sessions will be sent out shortly after spring break. Juniors, are you interested in an opportunity to learn about a scholarship that will pay for college expenses, including books, uniforms if required, food, and housing? If so, there's a Marine option in NROTC scholarship virtual presentation on Monday, March 29th. In addition, you will be guaranteed employment as a military officer after graduation, which is a resume builder. You must be a U.S. citizen to participate in this program. If you are interested, please contact Ms. Bertolidis in the counseling office for more information. Attention seniors, there are many scholarships currently on Naviance that are locally sponsored, targeted to either MHS students or FCPS students. Some of these include the MVAA, the Middletown AM Vets, the Middletown Lions Club, the Scott Meckelson Memorial Award, the Rotary Club of Carroll Creek, the Burkittsville Ruritan Club, the Fordham Lee Poffenberger Memorial Fund, the Wolfsville Elementary PTA Scholarship, and the Ron Engel Scholarship. Go into your Naviance account to get information about these and other scholarships. If you are a junior or senior and have taken 6 social studies or history courses, consider joining RHO Kappa, the MHS Social Studies Honor Society. Please send an email to Lindsay Purcell at lindsay.purcell@fcps.org or a Schoology message with any questions about the application process.
Thanks, Grant. Now let's find out what's been happening in the rest of the world. Here's Jacob Holcomb.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki announced on Tuesday that President Biden will hold his first press conference ever since becoming president on January 29th. He had faced more and more calls for him to hold a press conference as time has gone on, and has gone from not just his critics, but some allies as well. This is the longest delay in the last 100 years of presidents taking press conferences. 8 people died and 1 man was injured in a shooting at 3 different spas in the Atlanta area on March 16th. Of those 9 people, 6 women were of Asian descent. The shooter, 21-year-old man Robert Aaron Long, is being faced with 4 counts of murder, as well as 1 count of aggravated assault. The attack comes amid a rise in anti-Asian hate crimes, though Long told investigators that race did not play any part in it. In an effort to speed up the vaccination distribution, Moderna has started testing the vaccine on children ages 6 to 11 years old. The first children have already received their doses and will then have their healthy tacked up to 12 months after the second shot. If it is proven to be successful, students in the middle and high school can start being vaccinated in early 2022. Up next, Mallory Beck tells us what's been happening in the rest of the world of arts, entertainment, and celebrity.
In her new documentary, Dancing with the Devil, The Art of Starting Over, Demi Lovato talks about her struggle with addiction and her eating disorder. In 2018, she overdosed on heroin, which she says gave her a reality check and helped push her to turn her life around. The most recent Bachelor, Matt James, and the chosen winner of the reality TV series, Rachel Kirkconnell, have split amid the end of the season. James has spoken out through Twitter in a tweet saying, quote, "Google therapist near me," unquote. Other than the tweet, James has not commented about his feelings since the breakup. For the first time ever, 2 women have been nominated in the Best Director category for the Oscars. Chloe Zhao, Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Women, are now 1 in 7 total women nominated, Zhao being the first non-white woman nominated. The 93rd Annual Academy Award will take place April 25th. Let's go to sports, where David Turner catches us up on what's happening on and off the field.
The Washington football team signed veteran quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick to a 1-year, $10 million deal, but the contract could reach up to $12 million through incentives. Fitzpatrick was with the Miami Dolphins for the last 2 years and mentored Tua Tagovailoa as he threw for 2,091 yards with 13 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. This will be Fitzpatrick's 9th team and his 17th year in the league. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees has recently announced his retirement from the NFL. After 20 years, Brees retired as the NFL's all-time leader in career passing yards and second all-time in touchdown passes. He was named the MVP of Super Bowl 44, leading the Saints to their only Super Bowl win in franchise history. Brees announced that he will now work as a sports analyst for NBC, where he'll appear on Sunday's Football Night in America show. Recently, 19-year-old Russian ice hockey prospect Timur Fazidinov tragically passed away on March 16th after 3 days of fighting for his life at the Burdenko Medical and Neurological Institute in Moscow. Fezadinov's passing was due to a fatal head injury received after taking a puck to the face. He suffered a damaged carotid artery, fractured temporal lobe, and a cerebral hemorrhage.
Thanks, David. Finally, Gabby Pieklo shares with us some words of wisdom.
Manners matter. To have manners means you are polite to others, and when you are being polite, you are being courteous. The word courtesy has its roots in the Latin word cor, meaning of the heart. When you have manners, you are acting from the heart and being respectful of other people's feelings. Respectful, caring behavior is the cornerstone of any civil society. During her lifetime, Emily Post was considered the guru of polite behavior. Listen to her words. Manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what fork you use. Some young people think it's not cool to be polite, even a sign of weakness. But here's a news flash. Polite and respectful people have the strength of character and are more likely to have successful relationships, lives, and careers. And there's nothing uncool about that. That's it for RT Today. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.